Hi there, my name's James Evans-Nicolle. I'm the co-founder of Mat Master Grappling Simplified. I'm here with the Warrior Collective to show you some core principles on the side control. So I've got my training partner and buddy here, Matt. We're going to start in side control. It's important that I place my chest in the correct place. So I don't want to put my chest too far over. Now, if my head's too far over this way, I'm going to start getting rolled over this way. Okay, so try and keep my head back, and I can keep my chest on his chest. So I'm going sternum to sternum here. Okay, now it's important that when I put my weight on mat, that I start to remove my body parts off the floor. If I'm like this and I've got my forearms on the floor, my hands on the floor, my knees on the floor, my toes on the floor, then the weight is being carried by the floor. So I want to be able to put my weight onto Matt and make his life as miserable as possible. If I can put my weight onto his breathing kit, obviously that's going to start making him feel really tired. So first thing I do is I just take my elbows off the floor, okay, and that's going to start putting a little bit more weight onto Matt. Then I can take my knees off the floor. Okay, now once my knees are off the floor, okay, and now he's carrying all my weight, then I can start pulling him into me a little bit. Now my hands are going to be active, so if Matt starts moving or bucking me or pushing me, I can start using my hands as little frames, but I'm not bringing my hands too far away from my body and creating big gaps for him to duck under or get underhooks. Okay? So that's my first principle. Make sure that I'm putting my weight onto Matt and make sure my head is not going too far over so I get rolled over. Okay, my second principle is what I call a wobble board. So a wobble board is a bit of wood with a ball or a pin here or a nail, and you apply pressure. Now if I put pressure down on one side, then the other side's going to raise up. So if Matt, for example, is raising this shoulder up off the mat, I can apply pressure. Now I'm not going to be able to pin it all the way down, but I create pressure and I make it hard for him to move this shoulder up towards me. Now the problem is, if I put too much pressure in this angle, so Matt's bringing that shoulder up, and I put all my weight, then it lifts up my hip and allows him to roll me over. So I need to be sensitive to this. So same principle with the hips. If he starts moving his hips up and bridging his hips, okay, on that hip I can start putting some weight this way, but I'm not putting all my weight this way. Okay, so a nice drill for you to start out with your partner is he starts picking up the four corners. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so you can lift both shoulders at the same time if you like, which case I start putting pressure back this way. It lifts both his hips up, which case I put some weight. Now I'm not going to be able to keep him flat, but I'm making him work. Okay, and again you can start picking up individual corners. So I'm here and I'm just starting to feel, I can even close my eyes and I'm just adjusting my weight accordingly. Okay, so now I've got the first principle of taking my weight off the floor and putting it on him, and I've got this wobble board kind of theory on how to keep him nice and flat and on the floor. My third way is I'm going to try and kill rotation. Now rotation is really important in grappling. Okay, it allows him to escape. In fact, pretty much all of his escapes are going to be from his ability to rotate. He's either going to rotate away from me, or he's going to rotate into me, and that allowed him either to go to his knees or to get to his guard. Okay, so if I'm in this position and I can just control his elbows, so I've got his far elbow and his near elbow. Now let's look at the near elbow to start with. If Matt wants to turn into me, Matt, and I control his elbow, he'll get to about here and he won't be able to get any further. He needs the ability to suck that elbow underneath him to be able to rotate. So if I can control that elbow, he's going to have a real hard time. Okay, so I'm not gripping it, I'm just cupping the elbow like this. Okay, now because I don't want to use too much energy, I can create a scaffolding on this thigh. Okay, I create a scaffold on this thigh, and as he starts to rotate into me, this isn't really costing me any energy whatsoever, and Matt's going to start to work really, really hard to try and get it onto his knees. Same idea on the far elbow. If he's turning away from me and I can control this far elbow, again it's going to be really hard for him to rotate. So my third principle is about keeping the guy nice and flat. Control the elbows, use my
get my weight off my knees, put my weight on him. Now, if he starts turning into me, I can start picking the elbow and using a bit of that wobble board. So I'm slightly pushing off my feet here and pushing into him while I'm controlling his elbow, and then vice versa. If he's pulling this elbow back, I'm shifting my weight back this way and sinking my butt down. Okay? So with those 3 principles, should really help you to develop a strong side control. If you want to check out any more videos, please go to the Warrior Collective. Thanks for watching.